What is it about chocolate brownies? I can never say no, ever. Leave a plate of them within arm's reach and it's trouble. But I think I've come up with a solution. My version has less calories, a third of the carbs, and double the fibre. So it means you can have another piece without feeling too guilty. I'm using coconut oil and butter today because I like to have a little bit of the traditional flavour with the butter, but you can use solely coconut oil if you did want to make it dairy-free. I use a 70% dark chocolate, has less sugar in it than milk chocolate, plus it's high in antioxidants and various minerals. I'm going to pop this into the microwave now. I don't use it often, it's just to heat up food and to melt chocolate. It works every time. Okay, that's all melted now. You just want to heat it in 30-second increments until it's melted. Make sure you stir with a metal spoon, because if you use a wooden spoon, it can absorb water and cause the chocolate to seize. We'll just leave that to cool. First things first, I have some walnuts. If you wanted to make this nut-free, leave them out. Swap out the LSA, which is linseed, sunflower and almond meal, for wholemeal plain flour. However, that would mean that it's no longer gluten-free. Don't want to cut them up too much, like the nice big chunky pieces. Now, it wouldn't be a 3 veg meat recipe without some veg, so I have some zucchini here. I've used zucchini and beetroot separately in cakes, so of course I'm going to throw them both into this one. So I'm finely grating some zucchini. You don't want the kids to spot any green bits. Now for some beetroot. I use cooked beetroot because it really adds this lovely jelly-like texture, and even better when they're bigger bits. You can find pre-cooked beetroot without any other ingredients at the supermarket, just in a vacuum-packed bag. The colour really works well in the chocolate. Okay, we're ready to mix. Chocolate mixture is nice and cool. Some eggs. We just want it to cool slightly, so we don't cook the eggs when we add them to the mixture. Just give it a good mix, good whisk. Next, I add some maple syrup. I use maple syrup instead of sugar and a lot less of it. A commercial brownie square has an additional 6 teaspoons of sugar than 1 square of mine. It's actually quite scary when you learn just what's in some products, especially when it comes to sugar. Some vanilla extract. I have some raw cacao powder, but you can just use some unsweetened cocoa powder if that's what you have in the cupboard. Some baking powder. Because this mixture is gluten-free, you don't need to worry too much about overmixing either. Some walnuts and some more chopped dark chocolate. Some nice melty bits throughout. Okay, now for some linseed, sunflower and almond meal called LSA, around about 2 cups. It'll be fine. Now for the veg. And of course, a pinch of sea salt. Give it a really good mix. These brownies are really good when you freeze them as well. You can take them out, enjoy them as a snack. I have a lined brownie tin here. I love a rich brownie. This one is going to be good. Okay, ready for a 170-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes. You definitely don't want to overcook it. So if you're unsure, it's probably best to get it out because it will cook a little further on cooling. That's great. All right, it's been cooling for 15 minutes now. Can't wait any longer. Onto the board. This. every one of these squares, there is up to 30% of your recommended daily intake of magnesium, which plays an extremely important role in the function of your brain and mood. So it's fair to say you have a duty to yourself to eat 1 or 2